New at 5, we are hearing from a lawyer representing a family that lost their son in an officer-involved shooting in Rio Rico. It took place back in October of last year.
The family has now officially filed a notice of claim against Santa Cruz County Sheriff and Deputy. News 4 Tucson's Jafet Serrato has the latest.
The lawyer tells me the parents of David Ramon Hernandez are angry at the sheriff's department here. He says the sheriff's office did not have to pull the trigger of a gun to de-escalate the situation. In this 9-page document written by the lawyer of David Ramon Hernandez's parents, they want $15 million for what they say was an unjustified shooting that took place on this quiet street in Rio Rico.
There are other forms of less lethal force that can be utilized.
I sat down with Charles Slack Mendez, who is representing the Hernandez family. The Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office says David was shot by a deputy here on Goring Court sometime before 4 p.m. on October 26, after being agitated and carrying 2 knives. Mendez says Santa Cruz County radio logs reveal that from the moment the deputy confronted David until the shots were fired, it lasted only 3 minutes. Mendez says the deputy could have waited longer to calm David down.
There are other tactics that other law enforcement agencies utilize. And, many times we've got a situation where somebody's barricaded in a home and negotiations will go on for hours and hours. They'll bring in maybe family members.
I wasn't home. My mother was here.
Mike Reyes remembers the day very well. He says his hearing impaired mother was doing laundry here in her backyard close to the shooting.
She had heard 3 really loud sounds. She thought they were bullets, but she wasn't sure. And then she said a few minutes later, police officers and paramedics showed up.
But Mendez says medical aid for David did not come fast enough.
There were actually people around, even a registered nurse, and they were not permitting them to provide aid.
They being the sheriff's office. I went inside to try to talk to Sheriff David Hathaway, but he said he cannot talk about pending litigation.
This was a very gentle soul.
There is no body cam footage of this shooting, but Mendez plans to start his own investigation into this matter. In Santa Cruz County, Jafet Serrato, News 4 Tucson.
Jafet, thank you. And to view the notice of claim against the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office, just head right over to our website at KVOA.com.